Hi everyone, welcome back to Form Therapy. This is the Culture Study, and I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Hello Future by NCT Dream. This is their title track off of their latest album, which is actually a repackaged off of their previous Hot Sauce comeback. That was only a few months ago. I have recently been getting much more into NCT Dream, so this is going to be an interesting endeavor. I also want to point out I had not seen Chewing Gum up until this point, and then since Hot Sauce, I have seen Chewing Gum, and so I will let you know what I thought about that because it's actually one of the few videos that I never reacted to on this channel. But we'll get into that later in the post review. Now, before we actually get into the reaction, let's talk about today's sponsor because this video wouldn't be possible without our friends over at Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes that help you stay creative. Now, for this whole entire year that I have been shut in, I've been using Skillshare to either learn new skills or just learn new trades and crafts, but also find new therapeutic processes of healing. Now, for anybody who needs a creative outlet, I would suggest this class from Rosalie Hazelette. It's called Watercolor in the Woods, A Beginner's Guide to Painting the Natural World. What I actually really like about this class in particular is it's not just an art class, which I've taken some of those on Skillshare, but she combines one, beautiful cinematography, and she combines like a very healing therapeutic nature. And you know, that's a very big part of our channel's branding. So I actually really wound up liking this series. Now, if you want to try out Skillshare, for the first 1,000 people who use my link in the description below can get a free trial on their membership. With Skillshare, you can explore new skills, deepen your existing passions, and get lost in your creativity. So thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and helping me and our audience stay creative. Now, let's get into this video. This is Hello Future by NCT Dream, and this is your Form Therapy. All right, just as a disclaimer, please remember that SM, for some reason, loves to block my videos. They love it. Usually happens if I include the audio. So the audio is not going to be included in this video. We are going to mute it. So I'm going to do a countdown. If you want to listen along, have it play back somewhere else, you can just follow the countdown. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, very psychedelic. Huh. Main hook is interesting. Whoa. Whoa. Huh. This is a very bright NCT Dream song. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. I surprisingly really like that a lot. Um, so very recently on our Patreon, I actually finally checked out NCT Dream's Chewing Gum. I had actually never seen Chewing Gum before, just because when it initially came out, I think I was doing this channel at the time, but I'm an adult and they're dressed up like little schoolboys, and I'm just like, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. I would say like definitely the concept is still definitely not for me, but I had heard parts of it and I was like, whoa, this actually sounds really good. And so I had only ever heard the hook, the chewing gum, and so I listened to it in full, and the music video does not hold up, just because they just look so much younger, but the music was incredible. In fact, dare I say, Chewing Gum is actually one of my, if not my favorite NCT Dream title track. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I just loved their vocals. I thought it was something really cool and different. And Hello Future kind of, I feel like, draws some inspiration from that. In fact, I'm glad I had just seen Chewing Gum just a couple weeks ago, because it really informs a lot of Hello Future, because NCT Dream as a whole is an interesting project. They started out as kids. I mean, super young, and you got to watch them grow, and as they grew and matured, so did their music. And so it's been a long time since they any of their title tracks had a very light-hearted, very cute concept, bright concepts. They were kind of going for either a more edgier concept or just that more teen, like high teen concept. Hello Future is cute is not the right word, but it feels like a more mature, modern day adult version of what they did with Chewing Gum. It's very bright, it's got very beautiful vocals, and I kind of dig it a lot more than Hot Sauce. I have to give it to you that Hot Sauce is definitely more addicting, right? It definitely has that more earworm feature based on just that no, that kind of hook is obviously way more catchy, but from just like, I don't know, like an auditory standpoint of listening to that, I really thought this was nice and pleasant, and there was so much about it that I liked, performance-wise, visually as well, like the music video concept, which we'll watch this again and we'll talk about that. So I think they did a fantastic job. It looks like the song is something kind of like drawing inspiration from basically all the horrible shit going on in the world and doing like a much more positive look towards the future, hello future kind of concepts, drawing a lot from the hippie flower power movement, with the tie-dye, with the like literal flowers, and just some of the lyrics actually pertaining to talking about soldiers knocking down doors, wartime stuff. We'll go over all of that in the second watch through. So let's just go ahead. Like I said, we can't play the music, so the stopping and starting here is probably going to be a little difficult, but try to keep up, all right? So let's go ahead and start. 3, 2, 1. First mission, make peace. I want to win. Yeah, hold on. Let me actually go back. Yeah, so just right here as well. Um, they were talking about like it wasn't specific towards anything, but the soldier knocking down doors, yelling out, like just the big. I mean, I please understand, like take this with a grain of salt. I am not super well informed on just like the anti-war movement in America, but there was a huge anti-war movement in America during like the Vietnam War, like the make peace and make love, not war. That was a big part of the 70s as well. I don't know if they're specifically drawing from that era, but I imagine they have to be, just because Korea did also have a big, actually, anti, not war, but anti-violence protesting movement in the 90s as well. Or was it the 80s? It was like the 80s or the 90s. But they never went like this whole flower power tie-dye route. So I do think it draws inspiration from more so an American concept of protest. But then you've also got the picket signs as well. What I like about this is they're not necessarily, and obviously we live in a very, trying times at the moment with a lot of, arguing back and forth, a lot of protests, a lot of injustice in the world. And this doesn't feel like they are taking advantage of that. It doesn't feel like they're making fun of that or even belittling that. It feels like first of all, they're doing the right thing of drawing inspiration from something that was way in the past, and something that is more integrated with pop culture, like the whole tie-dye and flower power thing. But then it also mirrors and reflects what's going on in the current day. So I don't know if they took all of that into account, but just from like a perspective of, hey, they're not like belittling kind of like the protesting culture of now. That's cool to me, but the whole song seems to be about providing hope and telling people, you're stronger than you are. Even if you get knocked down, you can get right back up. I love that part of the song, by the way. 기다렸어 어서 와. That wa, like mixed with the choreography, it's great. Jaemin's hair looks great. Second mission, make dream. Make peace, make dream. So I'm curious if this section is more of a commentary on the corporate culture in general. The people in suits with the horns, they're supposed to represent, I mean, they look like demons, right? They're supposed to represent your kind of corporate business people. And then even just like what you see here, like with all the monitors, it's very reflective of like the trading floor. You've got the NASDAQ right here, of just like Wall Street in America as well, or just whatever the Korean equivalent is. Right. So then they come in crashing with the bus. And you've got Chemin wearing a bandana. You've got everybody else wearing a bandana. I just wanted to see what Chemin said. It just says break. It says break stereotypes. So they break into the corporate office, this lair of all of these business people, and they basically they wreck shit. It's like they're like peaceful freedom fighters. They decorate the entire area with like paint, graffiti, talking about basically all this peace shit. So are there like 4 rappers in NCT? Oh my god, hold on. We got to go back to that. Are there like 4 rappers in NCT Dream? I really liked what Jeno and Mark did in the beginning with like the rapping, and then you've got Taemin and Jisung doing the bridge here as well, and then Jeno and Mark come in again. But that's really dope. That's really dope. Ooh, that right there, just he is. This kid is intense. I love this kid. He stood out to me. I really started noticing NCT Dream with their Raiden era, and Jisung was one of the ones that stood out to me. And then when I went back and watched that Chewing Gum music video, what impressed me was Jisung looks like a baby in said video, but dude was like doing like dance breaks and stuff, and it was, I mean, it felt like he had the same amount of vigor and energy that he has now. He was just in a tinier body. That's incredible that he always had that. And what I like about Hello Future is that it's a mix of being like this very bright, oh, make peace type of song, but at the same time you've got like the more intense, kind of like the jarring mechanical hook in the background, and then you've got like these really intense dance choreos, and then they suddenly like switch it up with like slower, smoother movements. I like kind of like the back and forth between having like an intense part to the song, but also being bright and nice and cute. So I suppose the idea here is that they've turned those corporate people. Oh man, that was fantastic. Oh, the way the camera traveled with his arm movements. That was really beautiful. Oof. And Jisung, just this kid. Wow. I love the way they shot that. The Jisung's Jisung is really such a great center. I think he's such a great center. See, even right here, like they're just like
Like all cute, and then they're gonna do like this really intense part right here. Yeah. And then this whole outro section here. $340. Hold on. Wow. So that's a whole 30-second outro. That's a whole 30 seconds of just intense, incredible, powerful dancing. Some, just some vocals showing off from Chunlo and Ranjun. Probably Haechan. I don't think there was a shot of showing Haechan singing, but I mean, I doubt that he wouldn't have done that. Haechan probably was a part of this. That in fact, that last part sounds like Haechan too. Like the song is incredibly loud, powerful. It's I don't know. It's not what you would typically equate with the whole hippie movement, So they very much K-popped it up. I would say that's the K-pop element of it, but I think it's pretty awesome. It's equally cute and inspiring and bright and intense and badass, and I like it. I like it just because I love hearing their voices like that. I just think it feels like a more modern, I guess, more up-to-date kind of chewing gum type thing, but also with kind of a good message. Like, you can take from this video what you want, whether this relates to real world issues, whether this doesn't relate to real world issues, or it's just a song. It works either way. It's just vague enough that you're right, it could just be a pop song. But at the same time, with everything going on in the world, it feels like the world is always just getting darker and dimmer, and things are more difficult, and there's more fighting across the globe. It almost feels like this song is also kind of a sort of a cheering up for people, telling people like just like it's not far. Open your eyes. Hello, future. I think it's very inspiring in that way, and I think it's just a fantastic song. So I needed to hear it for the second time to definitely give you guys a definitive score on this. I'm gonna be honest. I'll have to give this a 10 out of 10. This is actually incredible. Hot sauce is more addicting, and I love just shouting it at random times in my life. But Hello Future, I think just it makes me feel better after listening to this, after watching this. It just makes me feel better. And stuff like Hot Sauce or Ride In, those are intense songs, right? And so when you see intense or complicated or cool choreo, it feels natural to it. And that's not to say it's any less impressive, but when you see it, like that kind of intensity applied to something that's as bright and kind of cuter in concept as this, the kind of back and forth of that, actually, it feels more like it's got more of a wow factor to it. So I would say Hello Future, for me personally, is kind of up there for NCT Dream title tracks. Mind you, I just now started getting into NCT Dream very recently, so I would have to actually kind of go back and check out previous NCT Dream releases. But I would say so far off the top of my head, like even something like Ride In, which is what made me take notice of them. Ride In, as much as I love it, and that's also a great, just 10 out of 10 pop song, but it feels more like this is a K-pop song. But Hello Future feels just like something a little bit more, like I said, for all the reasons of just like the additional nuance of kind of like the protest culture and making peace and being hopeful and kind of tearing down capitalist society, like all of that stuff, all of that kind of like kind of veiling that over this very cute and colorful aesthetic. I find it to be incredibly wonderful. But guys, that's gonna be it for me and NCT Dreams Hello Future. Would love to know, what did you guys think about this song, this music video? I think it's one of the more fun NCT videos we've seen. I personally like it more than Hot Sauce, both music video and song wise as well. I think it's a lot of fun. But I would love to know your comments in the comments down below. Please stay tuned for our future videos. Like I said, for the next few weeks, we're gonna be doing catch-up. So not right away, but in a few days, we'll be, kind of releasing a couple videos at a time rather than just one a day. So stay tuned for that. If you want to support the channel, please consider visiting our Patreon. Like I said, we've got bonus reactions on there. You can just go to patreon.com/foreigntherapy. But if you don't want to support us monetarily, some free ways to help us out. You can hit the like button down below. Be sure, remember to also subscribe, hit the notification bell. Sometimes with some channels, when I watch them, I don't get the video suggested for me. And so make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. And of course, if you want to check out our other videos, we've got 2 videos right here picked out for you. And we'll see you next time. I was gonna say tomorrow, but I don't know when I'm releasing this. So yeah, bye.